You think that's appropriate? Do the American people deserve to be abused like that, Mr. Fauci? Because you're not doctor. You're Mr. Fauci in my few minutes. No, I don't need your answer. I want to talk about this right here.
Mr. Chairman,
Fauci,
objection.
I reclaim my time. I reclaim my time, Mr. Raskin.
Gentlelady will suspend.
Mr. Chairman,
Point of order.
Just in terms of the rules of decorum, are we allowed to deny that a doctor is a doctor just because we don't want him to be a doctor?
Yes, because in my time, that man does not deserve to have a license. As a matter of fact, it should be revoked, and he belongs in prison.
Gentlelady will suspend. The gentlelady should recognize the doctor as a doctor.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, is this what we have become? Is this what we have devolved into?
Marjorie Taylor Greene is constantly picking fights and desperately trying to look cool by belittling and humiliating people. But when the shoe's on the other foot, she instantly falls apart.
We have Jamie Raskin in there accusing us of worshiping Trump, worshiping as a convicted felon.
Well, he is a convicted felon.
Well, yeah, so was George Floyd. There were riots burning down the country over George Floyd. I worship God.
Will the gentlelady yield for a question?
No, I will not yield to one of your stupid questions that are always attacking me and attacking President Trump.
How about a mediocre question?
No, I don't want it. I do not want
an
your
excellent question.
No.
A smart question.
No, my time.
An intelligent question.
You have no smart or intelligent questions.
Mr. Speaker, the United States of America just witnessed the most astonishing spectacle. We are here to debate aid to the people of Ukraine defending themselves against a massive invasion by Vladimir Putin and his army. Then the minority puts up the distinguished gentlelady from Georgia who does not mention Ukraine once. She does not mention the thousands of Ukrainian civilians who've been slaughtered by Putin's army. She does not mention more than 100 Ukrainian children who've been shot and killed by the Ukrainian army. Instead, she talks about a massive invasion at the border, a massive invasion which their own speakers have said today hundreds of thousands of people have been apprehended in. That's very different from a military invasion, the one in Ukraine. Of course, the gentlelady is not going to talk about that. She had a lot to say the other day when she heckled me continuously. When I came to the floor, it was like the Rocky Horror Picture Show in here with her chanting about the Russia hoax and Russia this and Russia that. Now she had the opportunity to tell the world what her views about Russia are. I put them out there, exactly what she has said. She said that the aid that the taxpayers of America are sending to the people of Ukraine to defend themselves against Vladimir Putin and the Russian army falls into the hands of Nazis. I want to see her proof. Where's her evidence? She talks about NATO Nazis. Does the minority believe that our allies in NATO who are trying to defend the people of Ukraine are Nazis? Has it come to this? Gentlelady talked about a massive invasion. We had a massive invasion of our own chamber. And she continued to be a cheerleader for the insurrection and deny what happened here.
Marjorie Greene has managed to somehow make a career out of saying crazy donkey brain stuff. And just imagine being so utterly entitled that you'd complain about getting a $174,000 taxpayer-funded salary for doing nothing but trying and failing to look clever.
The nature of this job, it keeps members of Congress and senators in Washington so much of the time, too much of the time, to be honest with you, that we don't get to go home and spend more time with our families, our friends, all in our district, or maybe just be regular people, because this job is so demanding and it's turned into practically year-round. And for those of us in the House of Representatives, we have to run for Congress every 2 years. So you're practically campaigning nearly the entire time that you're here serving as a representative. So that's just a couple of examples that I can give you that I believe is a recipe for disaster. And that's how people just fall into this social club. I would call it a social club here in Washington, D.C. Now, for me, I have no interest in that. I really don't. And I'll tell you why. Becoming a member of Congress has made my life miserable. I made a lot more money before I got here. I've lost money since I've gotten here. I have people come up to me and say crazy things to me out of the blue in public places that they believe because they read it on the internet or saw it on some news show about me. So it's not a life that I think is like something that I enjoy because I don't enjoy it, but I'm committed to this job because I believe in it.
Then go home. If it's so much work, it's so hard, I'm not making enough money, then go make money and leave the governing for someone who actually cares about governing. And also, it's rich hearing her talk about people coming up to her spouting things they heard on the internet when stalking mass shooting survivors and members of the squad was literally how she entered government in the first place. But that will of course be lost on her. She's too busy trying and failing to look tough.
Right now, today, we should be voting to impeach Joe Biden because of the invasion in the United States. Oh, but no, none of that is happening up here in Washington, D.C., because Republicans continually have their head up their ass and can't figure out how to actually use the power that the people gave us. This is a new time in America, and I am so fed up, Steve. I am so fed up. I am so sick of it because I know people at home are sick of it. People are sick and tired of a feckless, useless Republican Party that never does a damn thing to stop any of this. They just sit in the boat and row along with the Democrats and row.
Marjorie Greene has not passed a single bill since she entered Congress. It has been years and feels like more, and still 0 bills. Instead, what does she do? She continues to spread conspiracy theories and Russian propaganda and do absolutely nothing for her constituents. Oh, and she also, I guess, finds time to do hours of podcasting every single week and those weird pull-ups of hers. But look, her outbursts and arguments aren't just how she stays in the headlines, they're how she generates cash for her campaign. They're how she stays in office. And they're also the only thing that she produces while in office. Well, that and moments where she tries and fails to take on Jamie Raskin. I've come to really enjoy those. But that's it.